cash your first game. It was against Chad. Nenye game. And no game of Blastars, a boy. You know. How did it go? Team no. Hey, Basibo, Mammy Tio.
I was Yamadasi. For the very first time since we started Dubai, first one, Beko World Cup, Beba Bakano. This is by far the best gamer. Me who say Otoado need team no elbow. They did well, and credit to Otoado, credit to the technical team, and most importantly to the players. I was and now the Blackstars showcased bits of the Ghana we know. The football that Ghana, Yenim say ni bono. That is what they displayed. And Obibeka said the opposition and so it be a count. But so you be our witnessing the recent falls of the Blastars. You dare not even bring that into the conversation, because this is the same Blastars. I struggle against Comoros. I struggle against Niger. I struggle against Sudan. Now Angola crowd they went even in and Antintam. So if the same Blastars let me overturning your man, na koshe 3 goals away, keeping a clean sheet. Then yes, the game we witnessed in Cape Coast. Daniel Amate here and what is there? Shaka Odo Sukono. This is proper football. And from start to finish, Ghana had a plan and a style of play. Until now, how's the game they start here? No, now opponents no, bought all the possession. Until the American say the way our more born is with you, and then Nehemiah Pessie. And for the first time, Jordan and you really gave us a real captain's performance. I was here. The overall game involvement, is superb. The defensive duties are taking up, also on the transition. I was here. You just have to give credit to them. They did very well, and they made good use of the chances. And now I can say, any game meant for Enaki Williams and coach now starting, but a game I feel say Antoine Semenyo's game, and he did so well. I was here. Long may it continue, but Abranti and I a friend, Francis Abu, ne Jerome Pokuno. Any can say, you could shake it table, no man's would if you go. These are the boys that we should be focusing on. Near monitor Omuye. And now before the game, now dear Misuro, I had a 3-back system, because the last games that you use it 3-back, now you concede 4 goals. Yeah. It is a coach into the game. Now I reverted to that system. The Ghanaian in me will always be telling me that I didn't want to be you. But I know. Into the many people pre-game the car said, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, because ABA Omari has a training and now working to perfection, and Omar analyzing the opposition. For the first time, you can see a team as we know what to do against the opposition. I say, analyzing Madagascar for now, almost strengthening where they are vulnerable. So the game was smooth just like that.
Okay.
And Nina, credit to the technical team. Otoado, Edelmano. So you give credit to Otoado. Send you criticizing in matches before.
And among Papa, because without Wilfred Shepherd now, okay, yes, lesser opposition. Ya suffer. No, to what do Kruya. And at this time, Yakofa technical advisor, Abba. And Oba Yenti. Opposition is Omokrano. I was kakra yet me have fun easy. And then the end me fast up upon the credit man, and that's still to adu. And now still I would adu na yen man.
I was here. In those games, you can see, say, boys, born on the field of performance in your cry. But this game,
now who calls up?
And you might be the element of success, I had not is straightforward. But there are other things like Babishim, people working behind the scenes. And we will grab it to Mark, I said, the tornado factor. As same as Stephen Appiah, no more can. equally motivate them to go all out and give us a good performance.
Now I've got the nice to appear munio.
There be not only involved team in Musa. Sana pesa mekano.
No monkasa.
There be.
Okay.
Now as a moje yeman opportunity but I was here. So to add on a lead team na say ankoyi na FN equipe ne yenyina criticizes that decision enye because he has proven say onye ready. He's not a good coach. In the moment now ball and then the opportunity awenya no. But say ultimately a change in your me fa cruise na show mo from say e ukroma yi. Me for masem nkasem. But me focus no a game na me shine and run. You can see a pattern of play. You can see players taking responsibilities. Players closing down spaces. It's not a technical team ejuma. A coach ejuma. It's so my idea. I will give credit to Otuado. But credit can see no at the Bema Jordan are you. Or show leadership. And the leadership will show why yes or be selfish or chance of being serving. He rather was providing the service to our players. So the only negative thing about your team no, the usual kudos, ne chronic he scored. It was a wonderful goal. But that is the only negative bit of the game. But also the starting 11, any a juma omoye on the field and the dia. So you jina enyu anase me jina enyu no modia. Now I'm just being a hypocrite.
My men come round me ba me be bisaw. Dear Benjamin Asare akoye ewo Blackstars camp. Yema local players opportunity. Yema mo kwan mo nrambi. Benjamin Asare yen keeping your next game. Yen keeping no post num. And I send it. Ye na fe me bisaw. Are the Blackstars back? Sheriff, yen share enra game nankasa. Boy is no performance. Who rate you almost saying game no call? How did you see it?
For the first time, Andrea who a Blackstars with a plan.
Where from that plan?
When fresh Fifa. Utwadu plan anymore here. Maybe.
Utwadu a head coach.
I know Utwadu press our car say credit to Gregory, the video analyst. And you normal say coach with the credit be my video analyst.
Yes.
Yeah, share with Madagascar for yeah share 3 say goals in yeah in 2 games boy and 5 of the goals are from set pieces on. 5 of the goals are from set pieces. Yeah, but corner, yeah, but free kick and all that. And or the credit no Emma video analyst no. But the same video analyst and you're using an answer as an onwa. So new idea. We did say because I mean him. But so in this reading, video analyst no more realize say omo vulnerable was set pieces. First one, it see bobo ye set pieces be was a patemo more very good jam no more direction na also mo bem the bobo set pieces now say Jerome bem now say was a patemo ba and the incursions na and I said the way Jordan about free kicks no he plays it into dangerous zones or into zones a no man zone these are you clearly know in all the 2 situations now ultimately pick patema here the ball so credit to the video analyst and to the technique say Otuado nkwan or the man one video analyst so na honomo well reading game the braid man Otuado didn't know how to execute it.
Why don't you want to credit
into affair no so what shame affair under 20 team no why here more tournament in a ball Ghana and Uganda ball final.
Yes.
And I'm beginning to see and Endra Ajiman Beduka Asembi he says that if we can you bet me and manage this guy very well he has a future with the Blackstars. I mean he looks to me and say local coaches no or no I'm making a claim so bet me I with the Blackstars. Now oh how your boy game now. Yes, Otuado na that's your coach and all that. Unim the entire. I look beyond Otuado. The same elements now. Mono or no my na present. John Pencil on yeah. But the two different additions, a very experienced Winfrey Xtra, our continental media. Will be on my technical
advisor.
A very youthful, exuberant. It looks like a human or no where yes obey coach at Chen Wire and was Diana was starting any practicals, and you could clearly see
under 20 coach.
How and yes, my main try there back. Three back na you were asking say be adient. Yeah, we hear how a boy against Chad na. Me now I knew clearly we were going to change because with the Madagascans, Omuni ball in possession. And then I hear ball now.
Yes.
Say a cast of ball possession, passing and passing ball now. They know how to do it. And in the middle, they have this a man called Baggio, Ravelson, and then Kuteri. Which means a was a ball, no winning ball, and they were very good with their passing game. But what we didn't say, midfield overload now. Both three back at the other, and someone say, left wing or wing backs me no. Omukwa ni mu koka midfield normal. You get 5 midfielders, and I will defend there. They come back to also give you additional numbers at the back. Into the very moment, about 5 in the midfield. In fact, to the extent that if Kudus Eba Bekano Kakrabia, you even get about 6 players over there in the middle. Now a creative overload into the Baggio and the Kuterie and then the Raverson, no, you outnumber Omu in the middle. And to realize it, Madagascar for the Bono know how to penetrate Yanya midfield because you overload. And in this particular game, you only say your goalkeeper and make a number of saves because the overload na man you could clearly see na Madagascar were struggling to penetrate through. How did we do it? Experienced coach na dia ba be kan ho to ya mo dem for credit mo to, but me I see beyond Otuado and I know yes mo see etua Winfrey Xtra say ya ntuankofa ko so memo Otuado advice no power fa na on power fa ne and ye etua $40,000-$50,000 in my Winfrey and ye anka o pa na wafa that you clearly see somebody who has come and added because the same personnel now Otuado no mo ye adwuma no mo na 6 African qualifiers or man to win one single game. So me nobody should tell me something. They are now called press conference. No, ye they no kasa bebre. He feels why reinventing himself, and you are still the same person. The additions, and that is why you realize I even don't know to add on penal. Almost 4 years I additions in the man, and you know say and yes, so again other factors are by Randy Abbey. Randy Abbey is onye new in the terrain when it comes to be BI and yenti. And any microphone Bobona. They started complaining about officiating. Yeah, we non complaining. At a point in time, referee bar. No. The referee had to come to their bench to warn them several because they were complaining about officiating. Me say, me say, and yet all the factors are burning in any factors are. More experience are overshadow, including a new administration, a new sports minister, a new BBI. I bet create a certain new environment. Am I thriving? We mistake now the credit in now come out to ordinary bra at that factors in all the when all factors become equal now be the real to so for me a lot of factors now I conspire now I come together abe my and this victory. Yes, credit to Otuado. I on the bench and all that. But for me, I look beyond him and I know the reason why no more forces say umpo. Yeah, the Sanyoma way in account was the fact that we didn't think that he had what it takes as alone to do it.
Credit will be mano. Or say, don't forget to mention third party used his Arsenal effects header to score 2 goals. I know Seraph Nkwa will definitely say something else. Steve O'Crady, I wouldn't say anything. Greetings to everyone. Kwagusa for the way for Toronto. Was someone credit party?
Kwagusa for.
Na Arsenal.
Games are Pate psychologically prepared. Oh, yeah, not doing so. Obopa. But he's one person.
Was it goes to the free Arsenal and the bio?
Well, no, Arsenal, this particular season, Arsenal has set the number of goals Omashe from set pieces. Arsenal is one of the teams Omashe the highest number of goals from, say, ball from set pieces and all that. So
the Gunners are prepared, branch, you know.
So I'm saying that. Say Pateba no not mentally say he's in the mood to play or bopa and the game and right boy. I tell you, he's one fair person. On a lot of energy, on a lot of running, on a lot of aggression, on funny in our but experience, passing, distribution, link up play, and the fact that the level and the quality was undoubted. But he thrives on moods. And you are not the I say when he's in the right frame of mind, so obey Bob Bonnet delivered. But Kwani be German, no, I say. That's it. So we'll be Arsenal back or Quack, one mouse attitude na brave near. Pate can be lost in game, but games me no I boy dear. Aquanacha say at least walk up no nya fofra obesabo. He gave us a lot of a good performance.
But as Zaraf may Banama be say are the Blackstars back team no. Ejina announce CC. It's all war. Na management committee chairman at the Mother Blasters. Ora Randy Abbey. And after the game, we'll confirm say in June. For nation tournament be ever Basel. Ewo UK. Na Ghana. Ever Kwako Bobby. If we hear and the bar would it Mr. Randy Abbey.
Brilliant performance by the players, but it wasn't an easy game. It wasn't. I mean, if you critically assess the game, it wasn't. And I can also appreciate why people were a bit apprehensive about the game. I mean, this is a team that had gone 6 games without a win in the AFCON qualifiers. And so even against Chad, people were scared. People were skeptical about a victory. And then after Chad, they said, oh, well, this is just Chad. It's only Chad. You know, and if you look at Madagascar's previous performance, having gone away to win 4-1, you know, against one of the teams that was also doing quite well in the group. I mean, it was pretty obvious that there were a lot of people who still weren't convinced that the Blackstars were back and could do this well. And so it was a difficult game, but the players were determined. The entire team was determined to make sure that we make up for the non-qualification to the AFCON. And that's what we saw on the field of play.
We have about 3-4 months before we play the next qualifiers in June, July. I mean, what would the management be doing in the interim to ensure that the team gets back to the form that we saw?
Well, fortunately, the technical team and the management will have the opportunity of further working on the team, because in June we don't have qualifiers, and so we're playing a 4-nation friendly in England, and I'm sure that there will be an opportunity for the coaches to do some further work on the team. We're hoping that some of the players who are injured would also be back and will be able to also get an opportunity to play at least 2 games before the September friendlies.
To say, and Randy Abbey, my committee chairman, watch him come before to keep the team in shape. Na vice chairman of the committee, Simon former captain, also there or senior Papa na offer on Ghanaians. So be a support na America need here we are.
With the win yesterday, yes, we are almost there, because when you look at the points and the matches that we have and the performance that our boys have showed, yes, we are almost there.
Does it send a statement to the rest of the team?
Well, a statement. I mean, Ghana is Ghana. When it comes to football, I mean, people knows what we can do. We have been in the World Cup 4 times, and that's football. Due to circumstances, I mean, at a point we were a little bit down, and now you can see the performance of the guys, because they knew that We didn't qualify for the AFCON, so I mean, talking to them, engaging some of them, you can see that what they have in mind is they have to qualify for the World Cup, and that's what we are saying now.
Finally, what message you have for Ghanaians with about 3-4 games to end this World Cup qualifiers?
Well, we still have 4 games. I mean, when we played against Chad, it was amazing. We were not expecting something like that. So I mean, bring back the love. I think that now we are there. We thank them so much for their support. We thank them so much for their prayers, and they should continue praying for us. They should continue praying for the team, and for sure, we'll be in America.
Yes, and Sinapia, for sure, we'll be in America. Now, Otuado, and all confirm say yes. Benjamin Asare, yeah, he say Blackstars, #1 set, no.
Akuma FM 87.9.
The Yenti said it. Otuado, Echemu, Efa Kwanya, or Fasu, equipe that boy in posts. What you say, Blackstars, a band #1, no so dear, Benjamin Asare, Otuado.
I think we win. The next game is in June, and at the moment he's the #1. We decided for him. He did well in training. Like I said, it's not like he's here and the others are there. So we have a good situation where the goalkeepers are pushing each other. We're really thankful the way Atizigi and Wolcott also behaved during this week, and the way they also try to push Benjamin, to help him, to support him, which is not, I don't take it for granted, but big props for them for pushing him, for giving him hints, you know, and this is good teamwork. And Benjamin really, he deserved it. He did well in the league, but also in the training, the few trainings we had, he did very well, and I'm happy for him.
Any said Otuado, the Casa ever goalkeeping is now Benjamin Asare. Yes, local players called Blackstars are poor, Muntimen, not any idea. Was one given the opportunity. They can perform.
I think everybody can play if given the opportunity. Yes. That's all I can say.
Baby, that perception. Oh, local players, you want more local players. We've been imposed in 2 games.
The mechanic is most of the time, or Mufi said, yeah, we are local player. Uba national team, now, so it's good because once I look up player and we say also achieve once I let me anya Yamatinama call up, it's also bet me to say over me. This so for me only say we are local players say or a good Nkuana who are interested on my friend and someone or your platform to the catch on. So yeah, initially come the catch on we say the way say now on what did you don't support me the way say now. All those football there, you know, beyond or bet me encourage you go on my be on so through the way we start lifestyle. And so they make catch on say me Daniela say one mommy was an idea of expecting so you know some very dominance. Of course, still supporting is I'm submission. Mom was.
Hey, Minya, na manfo akwantuo yi, mi betimi atubini.
Say I can't to them na yo dadwene dia ene etumuda. Jovi travel for jobs and estate agency.
Akuma FM.
Jovi say for 2,000 Ghana cedis and no passport, by registration. Now maybe to say Canada, USA.
We're making them very happy. We're very happy that we're bringing maintain a bond. So it's nothing new.
It's nothing new. I mean, we were hoping or we were told that this was going to be a very tough game for Ghana, but I mean it was made easy by the boys.
Well, you know, it was a great performance. It was a brilliant performance by the players, but it wasn't an easy game. It wasn't. I mean, if you critically assess the game, it wasn't. And I can also appreciate why people.
Mamensha Simfuso. Are the Blasters back? Otuado, say, no, ne critics, there are some no wakacho, but there are some and beka. Yamani stay, on Kwana say. with for self and who say na afi local players no so yenye omo den a local goalkeeper akọ camp first time two goalkeepers omo nyina wa pia omo nyina agu nchen. What does it tell us? HSS say abranche no on the Blackstars number 1 and I saying it here. Seraph mama shas influence.
The hwe
Are
person me hwe go no. Are the Blackstars back?
Nigeria are taking lead no.
The-
74th minute. Now said there Zimbabwe goalkeeper the ball full no.
The Blackstars, you bet me aka say they are back on the basis of consistent resource. 2 games against Chad and Madagascar. In terms of rating and in terms of ranking, so Udi Bejina so now they are Madagascar you ranked number 116 FIFA ranking. Blackstars you ranked number 77. So Blackstars 77th team ranked team. Essex 116th ranked Madagascar. Now say the Blackstars are back. Now on the basis of there now they can. But yes, I to say the way I sink is solo. Now you struggle against every even average low rated opponent. You know. Now say any win, ebe ma ye feel say the Stars are back. But me as a pundit, me to me make a statement on the basis of what I have seen. So clearly, you be my a bit of time. Ni I see a bit me about some sides, but for me they are on the trajectory of coming back. What's a quite a name so no one they back now. You win low rated side, na kakrafedi na wow tipen so to me every be afa now what started rubbish shoulders then we can say on the back of consistency you bet me I can say team nearby but you who maybe a my hope when you see those things then you know say team no kakra bounce back the psyche of the team for the first time players I say they were psychologically prepared.
Pepe says you're ready for AFCON.
No, mentally prepared for the World Cup. Yeah, they are motivated. So World Cup number and the attitude on the ball AFCON, and the attitude on the ball World Cup no, and you completely different. So morale for the first time you say on the elements a pushy team no. Stephen Appiah is the deputy Blackstars management committee chairman. Asamoah co-opting say honestly may provide you have run the leading the team experience wise or the side money back you have an experience with fresh safer or be added a lot yenya affair also back with a lot of youthfulness and a lot of contemporary coaching trends o can nyina bomber and you may be na all of a sudden we believe say the Blackstars they are on the trajectory so more air bouncing back so Ubisa on that squad big man can say yes but so a team ranked number 116 but now yes no ranked number 77 now cause you are back from there back from where
in terms Victor Osimhen as a first goal man Nigeria but just a while ago Zimbabwe for na hit post I can see I can board no to attempt you about 77 minutes Nigeria LED 1-0
then the question of whether say Asari
yes. The local players
yes
and if the young keeping no post to them because the last 2 games one consider
previously Blackstars players local goalkeepers be an opportunity main guy crown make Asari Frederick Asari Mekai former Heart of Ogo also near friend former House of Ogo keeper now Philemon McCarthy was also getting opportunity with the Blackstars but now Onya Stephen Adams and so and so as so opportunity we have had now Felix announced so any opportunity a back goalkeeping there local players na ya from but now your entire who say ye benya a goalkeeper ye freno
na akoda
ahead of 2 goals but ye beba analysis whether the 2 goalkeepers deserve to be called up 2 for say ye be frau na yamount tickets now waba bet na bench there bra mom friend local goalkeepers
players from Momba
and the players in the better but for goalkeeper there your front local goalkeeper ba no be daddy bra ne why do we give you a business ticket and all that but there can I say Asare Coin within the 2 games no onya any strong and we want to be honest yeah we need just say be yeah analysis na yeah no say you know onya a strong test established that fact Madagascar crowd there ball no man mo bimpo na about agon ba ko na akwa no won na be obufa na ni wo agon no koye no you know very well for man maso mbepe go in this game your midfield no was so solid because you can't say you create a midfield overload. Emma na Madagascar phone to me penetrate, but a few times or more penetrate become back say or a ground save back. I think no ground saves. I think so or 2 ground saves or one. But you can say a real test for a goalkeeper in the 2 games. But in previous game, you have lowly rank side the yen to me and keep it clean. Central African Republic, you conceded 3 goals.
Though we won.
Niger, you concede goal. We have, in fact, apart from Madagascar, now you saw almost 1-0 now you concede goal. In all your previous games, now you concede goal. Until Ocean is Sadia. Then we bet me about because any say your chart, say yeah Madagascar, say your goalkeeper and concede goal a good first. And we a player just maybe say a lacko. Say you no so ne ayo at least or them chances be Emma. But we also saw say few you be a corner so no. Na ye or moment of I say anxiety ayika crowd ho onyam picky
settle and I
settle but who say who say goalkeeper only say the only good side be about they will tell goalkeeper mon corner so they will tell when they realize no it takes time to build that level of confidence I feel that consciousness me local keeper a free ho and then you begin who say obi and better because Fatah that the Dama Blaster no him that enough Fatah him
Fatah was so free as good.
So clearly we have had goalkeepers Oma answer no concern Oma commanding regular sport 20 so nyanya sabili and that is why I mean say Fatah obet me aka jira no kan say bra near the haya na near na team e man goalkeeping there and lansan akra na yenya goalkeepers omo yenya omo retrofori ne olelima no omo Blackpool ne ye goalkeepers ni na ye local based goalkeeping ti nya sa believe ne e be taking wa but so onya getting into that groove because for a goalkeeper and the commentator kept saying this so obi ada say 16 games and my mother say my boy local in my 18 games and
money why
me local in because your ball league ni about how many games and na me play your boss 22 games say about 22 games ni nyina no on da na wa keep 12 clean sheets a crazy statistics even though because your local league your quality no form but at least say yeah no goalkeeper keep it 12 clean sheets and the commentator amount the extra say and your normal statistics say be ball and ne sa ni clean sheets no far back in Olympics na no keep is hard no it or the type or the pony you know very well but I am ya say it has taken him 32 years and say na yeah onya sa opportunity I'm going far back to Kroman ma consider 300 goals na that's your number 1 goalkeeper I will Kroman until yes say be another goalkeeper an opportunity to try through and for me say Frederick Asare also pick form Frederick Asare Benjamin Asare ba akum free throw me count because I don't see why goalkeeper we are that Crawley Town we that St. Gallen concession 4 goals we consider 3 goals na but you find so we have brutal on the opening side here mum fanton chain na say if the goalkeeper keeps a clean sheet you find say a decent start however a bit taking a while to get into that professional groove obehu ne won say I am there at this high level of confidence in the bar. I can tell you this chap it's a very good goalkeeper but I saves be akwa we are how to folk games be mono at times real he's a top level goalkeeper but the thing is that he's a local goalkeeper and it weighs on your mind, it weighs on your mentality. Inti fata obe pie FNB stadium was say na aboni huna atone so and you can understand why we are on tears but Saturday and toss akwese untu kwanda no pie baby na all of a sudden I say why you dazed, and for you to do away with that it take you time to settle. The day I got to me see Johannesburg, brah, what you be over your masala, even though yes, Mako UK pen, but me, you know, you watch Obershan Yom because a lot of things before years to be a one once or by handche or by handche. It takes a bit of time to settle, but me used to. Me used to fame in the man fame because now I settle into the system. So for me, it will take him a while, but for a goalkeeper, level he bought 2 games, 180 minutes of games without conceding.
The next game won't start.
Irrespective of it happens in, even though you also about 4 Nations tournament in June. But the next game is in September.
Yes.
From now to September, a long time. Okay. My name is Frederick Asari. Frederick Asari by Echo Blackstars by the issues with club.
Yes.
I feel obeda, wonder, when prayer, issues. You best settle obeko onko. I feel what me other 2 matches. Until from now to a long and obi to me go say. Oh yeah, Frederick Asari to my friend in Blackstars when he's having issues with the club. On your regular continue. To say that, but. If Obeys that consistent to keep going, he's one. No, we don't think I say he's one for the future.
But I say also watching you live from Columbus, Ohio, US. Charles Nana Enchibwa say, hey, Columbus, Ohio now any chair, any sapo, Mam Wai. We see crew nina busenya, we send Yamana Yako, run the wife Ephraim, Ernest, and Ernestina. Kwatoko supporters me lupa Ernestina radin fa crazy na cha Ernest mama why na we abranche be friend Cantona kwakudia ono so cha omu nyina ba me radin kamo Steve
abuzia
say for the Kasare eko eba amfa benako okoye no wakoda o se local players na ba ne mo chance local players ndie mfrem mo Benjamin yi wakotu Atizigi, any Wolocott, and now saying the city.
I think sir, I've been on this crusade for a very long time. But we are now at the state of the league, you know. And I conclude the quality of the league. The GFA, the Ghana football and coaches, you know, they have not been fair to players at Ball League. Yes, they have not. And you're no and you're Benjamin Asari. The last games are a boy. Your brand friend said Razak Simpson. He played very well. From Nations FC. Gentleman no born year pa, but over the years, your friend David Abagna, your friend Ashikwe, your friend Richmond Lamptey, your friend boys who are near the Omakotana stance in him. Yeah, now people want me to believe it's a league in inequality are good enough to play in the Blasters. What's so much stance in him? I was here. That gentleman at Mediama is a very good goalkeeper. Felix Shea, he is a very good goalkeeper. Frederick Asare, a very good goalkeeper. But what is the need for calling this gentleman? Some friend consistently, more money a test. How do you prove that? Are you capable for the post? Now, and then keep Benjamin. Consistently, he has been doing what he did in the league. But okay, so me Sarah for Casa Stars no can. One thing I can take from it, Ednin say, okay, the games now, and yes, a point blank saves baby no you. But he has a trait in him, and into the money keep it that clean sheet.
That's all my day lack.
No.
Boss on corner so kese the ever bounce with me deal with.
He has a command how to arrange the defense.
Yeah.
Into a man born in man or so.
Sure. Very experienced.
He arranges in the defense very well. But don't you say now shame on to those media people guys who will be any qualified enough to play for the Blasters. Abusia, ubetime duru fie.
Oh, yam Blasters we dear.
Abusia, anya every
time. Yam Blasters we dear. Ebia some time ago. Now we can look at Blackstars way there.
Abusia.
Ah.
Adeɛ ya paa ne sɛ wofiri fie bi mu sika ni hɔ na wonim sɛ adeɛ wonim yɛ ne nyi sika mpushi the fact that you are from a wretched family a krabiasi to no does not mean that you don't have a quality to do what people are doing. Given the opportunity you can exhibit it. Near yes league no league in there, yes, in fact league in send your pen and yes and tier and need the levels I pese tier but any the levels I pese ayen and trese Nkrofobi nimua or me exceptional metimabo the Blasters. So free player rather not got stance more. What is the justification? And to shame onto the technical team handlers of the Blasters. Because players are Mafro Mu Abagna and the rest are Mafro Muninya. David Abagna said keeping in the Blasters. He would have been the finest midfielder after Ajiman Bedu. Now Benjamin Asare, I didn't know performing. Abagna had things with Wow Stars. He's played for Ashgood and Obo RTU and Sano Wutukai. In the Ghana Premier League, Mr. Player be all league no more yet discipline. Why very consistent, you know, Abusia or your talent on him born no boy yepa. Yet Tihana Agadas. A boko toko team yet oh the league for Sabi Tantine. League ni bet my Tantine. But nipa no wom no Tantine. So we've not been fair to some exceptional talent. Ebenezer Aban at Heart of Lions. Abusia. He's one solid centre back.
Yes.
She Patrick Essie do of Asante Kotoko. Or bon number 3 now team say we no I given talent ne the quality na mano. Anya the fault to say how America dey nyina be kobi. But the first say yenya bi nkwari nkyerese say be enkwase afo. Yenya be ko yenya ye no onya obebo Europe. But onya ye ne nkyerese onya quality player. Look at Lord Amu Abo asa. Ade we no oye no brekum Chelsea. But oba ha na eyeballs na also. There were a lot of players. One year there so much. Oh, I got Abusia. So Benjamin Asare and Razak Simpson are serving at the right ambassadors for the local players contingent. I come who are intermediate many aje say Ombeki put the post on twice consistency. No, Emra. Mo beyond coincidence, me boy no bench na ye hu omo omo demu dada.
Mate, me da say, Yawura 90th minute no Nigeria a concede. Zimbabwe ateka and Ubia Pepe. Na me bisa. Otwado any the two goalkeepers no. Or the Benasari Abama na be two omo. What does it tell them? Goalkeeper no. Your next game, onyinam local players no. Ete saying Nigeria kwa my first so consider equalizer
Benasari onye better than goalkeepers no more. Luck is shining on players, and when your luck shines, now ye.
Why you see men?
I will not stand anywhere and say Benasari a better goalkeeper chain. Walcott ne. Atezi gini mo Blackstars. They be have catch up my man look easy sir. As obi etimi analysis wo to dam ya no so your sports analysis oh I'm radio so oh omunya there it is not easy to get to the top and say again sir Ben I lucky when ya the trust of especially the technical director the technical director of the Blackstars and ejinidi and answer the technical advisor and ejinidi and na ni tiaye na bza lack are shining on him and smiling on him. The rest of the goalkeepers will have to understand that almost brand showing no munya lack and a smiling on them. Now Steve Adeba ko ha me. Matis almost says wo ko Ethiopia o free Ghana ha on na natural TV omo kanjere no. Se dan la daso yakoto goalkeeper we ki emfre no. E ka test slot na won ka dan la daso te bench no so. E te free no abesi na Matis yes deals bi mienu se Benasari. But considerations he would have to make. Ebiana club will be every Rwanda, Uganda, Saskatchewan, Lesotho. No, ni para so be $5,000. ɛno ɛyɛ 2-year contract 3-year contract ɔkɔgye abusapanyin ɛbɛboa no akyɛn sɛ ebi ɔbɛtwɛn sɛ Blackstars no kɔbɔ biara mɛkɔ akɔdam na magye winning bonus. But the moment he decides to leave Ghana, ɔnyɛ Blackstars goalkeeper bi mɔmfa nhyɛ ne tirim. Abalo amoni ɔmo kɔ ni nyina abusapanyin no kwasɛm sɛ ɛnɛ yɛ performance of goalkeepers a da bi active kacha Abalo asisi a so ɔsoro paa. But baby ɔda ni goal ni adeɛ ne nti no ɛyɛ den yɛbɛfrɛ the local goalkeeper ahead of you, and ɛwɔ yɛ local scene there. Ben Asare ɛwɔ the experience, even though per the statistics and everything, he is not the very best on the local scene based on statistics. In terms of any tina ye and sa lack the be am kase ye nyina ye nam wiase a ye bompa ye esre see ye benya sa lack ni bi na asmile on us so that we are able to also move in life. The bia no nya wo modern mo nya wo hoden nya wo ho fe nkwa na ese de wonam ese lack be smiling on you. If you are looking for goalkeeper say under Blackstars post room na wala kota wa de bi da hun artistic. A lot of coaches will give those goalkeepers the opportunity, but the lack has shined on Benjamin. It doesn't make him better than them. No. But Nyame Ebra, you call World Cup 2006 was a for bench. Emma Iliasu, but now Iliasu does not compare to for the quality, the experience, the BB and compared to him will be BM. But lack has found on him, say. And honestly, opportunity no or ebony. So I am happy for Benjamin Asare say or that post room na o keep nyoma na nyoma ekoye 2 games am the Blackstars. The first game chart me catch us fanya another game there. I saw a team who use tactics, a team who decided say in terms of yamo ball no, let me allow Madagascar to play and let me do the most important thing and score. It's Madagascar for enjoy playing the ball around. No, Blackstars were bent on getting the job done, and they got it done. That game, a game, I'll use it to analyze to add on any day. I'll use it to analyze the Blackstars technical team on any day, not the chart game because any day, any game of the play, you may require analysis.
Okay, Pepe, me that's it. My birthday, which we never.